the exits memorized. That's something I do have memorized almost 100%.
Why don't you go ahead and start Super Mario RPG?
Alrighty. Let me change the game real quick. Should we change the background?
Nah.
Okay, Draco. Draco, you're driving me crazy. Quit crawling all over me. Go over there. Okay, so let me change the game real quick. Title of the stream. Since this is just for like active, like right now stuff, it's not going to show in the VOD. It'll use whatever was first. Okay. So it looks like we're starting Mario RPG, guys. Well, let's start. Draco, what? Are you just trying to knock stuff around and be sneaky?
I gotta tell you, I do not like those other headphones.
Oh, yeah? Actually, there is something I need to do real quick. Display 4:3. Okay.
If I could wear them one-eared, I think I'd be okay with it. But they're just like massively annoying. And then they hurt. If you try to like pull just one ear off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so you chose the game. I'm gonna let whoever in the stream name the file.
Oh, good idea.
Keep in mind this will be used as a password in Booster's Tower. I usually like to use the word pancakes. But yeah. First suggestion in the chat, not counting Steve, gets to name the file.
Poopy pants.
Hence why I said not counting Steve.
So mean.
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. There you go.
Gee. I wonder what Skylar's looking forward to.
He was talking about it earlier.
Draco! Seriously gonna have to kick her out. Fire Emblem. Alrighty.
Yeah, how many letters do they give you for the file name?
8.
Hmm.
Which is why pancakes is perfect.
Makes sense.
Hey, DP's here, judging Skylar. All is right with the world. And I didn't see your tweet, DP. He said name him Luigi. That actually would be perfect. I'll have to remember that for my next playthrough.
Speaking of which, I saw your tweet earlier today about wanting an unlock on Mario Odyssey where you can play the game as Luigi.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
like Galaxy
I want
did.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, why not replay
awesome.
the whole game with Luigi? That would make it so much... I mean, yeah, it's kind of an artificial way to extend the game, but in a good way, if you ask me. Okay, none of these fights matter. Okay. I see your
I
eyes
cannot
peeking
wait
out
for that
from over the
game.
TV. Actually, I was just able to get some help with heating oil, so I should be able to snag that game now, too.
Woot!
By the way, my boss is amazing. She's giving me an advance on the oil and letting me pay it off shortly out of my check, and then when we do Mall Santa this year, anything I earn there, I'll just pay it off in bulk.
Well, that was nice of her.
Yeah,
Heating oil always blows.
Yeah, it takes like $600 to fill my tank.
Yeah. Does it last you all winter?
No, it lasts a little over a month.
Yeah. Are you guys heating oil only?
No,
Like
no.
It's an oil furnace?
It's oil on the first floor, and then it's electric upstairs in the kids' rooms.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so they've been fine so far. But yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, mine is it's an electric heating unit that uses the like forced air heat
Okay,
through
don't play with the camera.
through the AC ducts, and then I've got oil as a backup heat. And for some reason, when it gets cold, my electric heat just decides to give up.
And we've got an electric heater in the living room. It's part of the TV stand, which was Christmas for Kenna 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we've got a small one for the bathroom and the utility room so the cats don't freeze. And then we have one in our bedroom. So I mean, we will survive until they actually fill the heating oil. What am I doing actually fighting Bowser? What?
I don't know. You even said these fights don't matter.
No, I mean, like, I'm not supposed to target him.
I know. What are you doing?
Okay, I have to see if I can get this picture of Draco real quick, because she has her paws on the top of the TV looking over it.
Mario, the chain! Aim for the chain!
Yeah, I'll get the chain as soon as I get this cute cat picture. Oh god, that's me. Wrong camera.
We don't need to see that. We see enough of that already.
Okay, I'll be tweeting this shortly. Yes, you are adorable. I see you.
Typical Marcus. Damsel in distress. Help me! Help me! I'm gonna take a picture of this cat.
Of course, that makes you wonder, how many damsels in distress have I been involved with?
Depends. How many pictures have you taken of that cat?
This is not a number we want to figure out.
You have abandoned a lot of poor damsels in distress then.
Fight, Mario, fight! Yes, because I can fight gravity. Okay, so let me tweet this, because it's freaking adorable. Why is Twitter there? There it is. Okay. It's like, why is Twitter not a share option in my phone? What the heck happened? No, it's just me being stupid, not recognizing the icon right away. Okay. Tweeted. At least I hope so. We'll find out.
Yes. Tweeted. Draco looks adorable.
Doesn't she? She's got this whole, like, what you doing look on her face. Yes, I see you. You are cute. You are delightfully distracting. This time. Mostly obnoxiously distracting. Remember when I sold all my magic cards to you so I could buy this game?
Yes. Now I'm giving all my magic cards to your son.
And then he'll give all those magic cards to your grandson? Is that how this works? We just keep changing families and generations in order to pass all this stuff down. Yes, DP, she's secretly judging me for threatening to kick her out of the room. And Alice is behind me in my recliner and moaning like I'm bothering her. I'm sorry, princess. Did you not get enough sleep all day? I remember when this was the pinnacle of graphics. And just being amazed by how much detail. And just how good things looked. And...
Yeah.
I mean, they still look pretty freaking good considering what the technology is. Behold the inspiration for isometric RPGs everywhere. Okay, maybe not the inspiration, but definitely like what everyone wanted to be. All the blue space bugs you. Yeah, this game kind of did take some simplifying liberties with empty space. You gonna come lay down now? Hmm? Is that your stomach, or did you growl at me? I don't think you growled. No, there's no weeaboo sound effect. The weeaboo things happens only when Steve first says something in the chat, and that happened during the pre-show.
It really should be, though. You should just edit. You should just trim the sound clips so it's just weeaboo.
No, I've got the perfect sound clip for that.
Yeah. What is it?
The sound clip that plays anytime something sexy happens on Fairy Tail.
You cut out there. What'd you say?
The sound clip that happens anytime something sexy happens on Fairy Tail. It's just a very high-pitched, wow! I was actually going to use that as a text message tone, but it's actually a hard sound to find. In a clean manner, that is. Like, it's usually always happening at the same time as dialogue or some other sound effect. Of course, you know, I'm on episode 230-something. I could probably just start listening for it. Of course I know how to use items. What do you think I am? Some toad? Oh. Pardon me as I suddenly get racist in the Mushroom Kingdom.
We've played the game for 5 minutes, and Marcus is already becoming racist.
Ow! God, Draco, did you have to use your claws for that? Yes, I know about time to... And you're knocking shit over. Toad lives matter. I don't know what to do with this cat. She's restless. She's literally making laps around the TV. Damn it, I forgot that you actually know how to do quotes.
Yes!
Draco, are you seriously sidling up to the TV? I can't see a thing. Okay. Cat. Ugh. Go away. Like, she kept trying to find ways to get closer and closer to the TV, because I guess it's warm. Usually she sits on the PlayStation. I told you how she's forced my Xbox to shut down, right?
Yes. Didn't she also ruin your power strip?
2 of them now.
Wait, two of them now?
Yeah.
Did she set the second one on fire also?
No, but I definitely recognized what was happening before it got worse. Because it was the second time around. I was actually playing Shadow of Mordor on the PS4 in the living room. And I started hearing a sound that sounded like, okay, maybe the PS4's fan is being weird and all that. And then it clicked as to what was happening. And I looked at the power strip, and sure enough, she marked the one in the living room. Ah. Oh yeah, she did ruin a Shovel Knight stream, didn't she? You know, eventually I'll be going back to that once they release the King Knight DLC.
I agree, Skylord. I think this is the best RPG in the SNES.
Oh, hands down. Second only, or not second to anything, but followed shortly by Chrono Trigger.
I'm gonna say Chrono Trigger's like right up there at the top.
Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I have never played through Final Fantasy III, nor have I played through Secret of Mana, so when we do get to those will be blind.
So say those are both on there.
Yes, they are.
Chrono Trigger is honestly more of a nostalgia thing, Skylar, than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that.
Like, I have played plenty of RPGs shortly thereafter or around the same time that I have felt were better, but there was just like, I don't know, there's just something about it. I look back on it fondly.
Yes, I never got to play Chrono Trigger until I got into emulation, which then it was still fairly new in terms of Super Nintendo stuff. ZSNES was still getting updates.
Ah, ZSNES.
Yes. Which, now that audio cards and all that have started being more accurate and all that, ZSNES's sound is atrocious because they use special tricks for older computers to properly emulate SNES sound, and now that that's not a problem, the sound is awful on some games, and they don't have a way to fix it anymore.
That's a bummer.
But anyway, I tend to go back and forth between that and SNES 9X. Oh, you're doing the TV thing again. Stop being cute! I love that picture of her that I took, though. Are you trying to sleep behind the webcam? She is trying to sleep on my webcam. I don't know what's going on, but it's adorable. Anyway. But yeah, Chrono Trigger I couldn't get into until the emulation age, and then it was like the greatest thing ever because it was the first game of that type that I had ever really given my time to besides Mario RPG. Yeah, ZSNES definitely is not the best of the best like it used to be. Okay, I don't remember the pattern I used to use for leveling up. Was it... I think it was HP, power, HP... I think I did special every 5 levels with Mario. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it that way, because I think that's what I used to do. Go all power. Nope, wrong way. Did we lose you? I think we lost Steve.
No, I'm here.
Oh, jeez. Just get so gosh darn quiet over there.
Stealth mode.
But yeah, I usually try to get about level 3 before I fight this first little boss. And then I hit level 5 before we do Mac. That usually sets me on a pretty good course for being able to get through this early stuff. If on the stream I suddenly shake or change position or anything, that is because Draco is playing with the webcam. Crazy cat. This is definitely the cutest way she's bugged me. She usually just sits in front of the TV or runs laps around it. Okay, one thing that I do need to mention is that I will be using the rewind feature to get the first hidden box in the castle, because if I don't get that at that point, it is impossible to re-get.
You're going to be using what feature?
The rewind feature.
To make sure that you get it?
Yep.
Really, there's anything wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the system. Why not? They made it available. But I do enjoy trying to find all the hidden boxes. I have a few of them memorized, but once we get to about Rose Town, I start forgetting where things are. So, like, not that far into the game at all. too complicated for an SNES game, way beyond its time. I can agree with that, but I don't think that takes away from it being a good game. I was looking for status. There we go. 19, okay. Also, flower tab. Kiddo, drop spinies. Also, spinies in this almost look like Shy Guys that changed occupations. Like, you think of how Nintendo has defined what a spiny is nowadays, and that's not it at all.
You're right, they look like Shy Guys in Halloween costumes.
Are you not going to drop spinies? Hmm? You gonna be that guy, Lakidu? You gonna be that guy?
If you want them, I will not give them to you.
Seriously. Let me leave and come out. Or come back. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. There's a term for it. Escaping my brain when you're trying to find a Rathalos plate.
Desire sensor.
Thank you. The desire sensor is strong with this Lakitu.
Seriously. God. I really, really want Double Cross to come to the Switch.
You and me both. You and me both. Especially since I don't have, like, my PS4 was broken, and I sold it. I will probably not be buying another one. Probably not. So, I don't know what I'll be playing
is
World.
pointless, yeah.
Yeah.
If it ends up being the only option, I may look into it.
But part of what I loved about, like, so I mean, I complained a little bit when Monster Hunter was on. Actually, I was cool with it on PSP. I was cool with it on PSP. When they put it on DS instead of PS3, I was a little grumpy. But I still loved that you could take it everywhere with you. So I think that the Switch is ideal because you can play it on the TV, but then also take it with you. Because I would meet up with people, you know, working on campus. I'd meet up from people in other buildings for lunch, and we would play Monster Hunter.
Plus, that was the last time you and I reconnected before recent events.
Yes.
That's when we were playing Monster Hunter again.
Yes.
And I mean, I put hours into 3 Ultimate on Wii U.
I have unashamedly put over 300 hours into every Monster Hunter game that has come out.
I think I did.
Since they came to the PSP, because I only briefly played them on the PS2.
I think with 3 Ultimate on Wii U, I put either 4 or 5 in, because that was also the early days of when I was streaming, so I started getting low res and a couple others involved, and
yeah,
those were fun days. $1 a costume for the costume pass on Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It's not a terrible price for that, but I don't even have the game, so I can't justify thinking DLC is well priced right now.
you should buy the DLC anyway, Marcus. Just buy it. Have it for later.
Dude, I have DLC that was given to me for free for Little Nightmares that is just sitting on my PS4 waiting for a game to put in. And I don't know if I want to get Little Nightmares anymore because I ended up watching the entirety of Markiplier's playthrough on YouTube. Which took him 3 episodes, which means the game is short. Okay, was short. They've added an extra chapter, but it's DLC.
So what you're saying is your DLC is looking for a friend?
Yeah. And the thing is, I still have this desire to play Little Nightmares, because it looks amazing. The graphics are fantastic, the premise is just phenomenal, and it's just fascinating to look at. It just... And that is the weirdness of me loving horror games, but unable to watch horror movies. I don't know, I guess it's the idea that I have more control, even though a pause button works on both.
Pause button does work on both.
But in the game, I control more than just whether or not it's going. I control, for the most part, where the narrative is going and what my character is doing. In a movie, you can't scream at the characters and get them to do anything. People have tried. It doesn't work.
You know what I just remembered? When Marshall and I were over at your parents' house.
Oh, shit.
That
I think this
little
story has
doll-
come up a time or two.
That little doll. What the hell? I don't even know whose doll it
It
was.
was my sister's water baby doll. Okay, we gotta start this from the beginning, because this needs recorded for posterity. Alright, so... Steve and I have a mutual friend, Marshall, who Steve met through my friendship with him. And Marshall was somebody who would visit during the summers, and we'd all hang out and go to the arcade and have a good time. And... excuse me. There was an event going on that my dad was helping with. It was a church event that combined teaching and playing golf with Bible lessons, and my dad volunteered to be a teacher for the golf side of things. And we all wanted to, well, okay, I invited Steve and Marshall to go with me because I wanted to help Dad out, and plus I got to drive a golf cart and play golf, and it was a good time, and they were all for it, and the three of us had a sleepover at my house in order to get ready for it. And these two fathermuckers wait, we also had Alex Glad with us.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
yes, we did.
These three
He was
fathermuckers.
the one pushing buttons on the microwave.
Yes, okay, so they decided it would be great because we were already up late and I had to be up early. We all had to be up early to do this thing, and I was like, oh man, we need rest. So I went to sleep first. First off, in my group of friends, first mistake. But, so I fell asleep first, and these three, in their infinite wisdom, decided it would be fun to pretend my house was suddenly haunted. So Steve will be like, John, I heard some stuff outside. John, what's going on? I saw stuff outside. There were lights. It's like, dude, it's probably a shift change at the Unimart. It's right around the corner. Just people park here all the time to do that. Just go, shut up. Because seriously, we had a gas station near us, and people parked in front of my house to walk to their shift in the middle of the night, because nobody checked that very often. Unless Peter was parked there, but that's another story.
Yes.
And then there was a point where I had to use the bathroom, and I came back, and Alex was just gone. And the first floor of my house had this loop between the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen, so you could go the whole way around. And as I was checking for him, because Steve was like, dude, I don't know where Alex is. Is he in the bathroom? No, you just came out of the bathroom. So I walked around the house, and I think Alex was just one-upping me, just getting ahead of me going around. And as he did so, he typed 666 on the microwave. But in his infinite wisdom of being a teenage kid, press start. And Marshall was also helping with, like, making voices and all that, and just everyone was trying to freak me out. I was trying not to have any of it, and it was working for a little bit. Until the moment, now Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, none of you remember saying this to this day. Nobody claims to have said this. I heard the phrase, leave us alone. And not half a second later, I get hit square in the chest with my sister's water baby doll. And this was the point where I was like, done. I freaked the shit out, jumped out of the cot I was on, ran upstairs, woke my parents up. My dad came downstairs. I was like, there's something going on. The water baby hit me. There's the freaky stuff going on. Like everything that they were tricking me with, I was suddenly full on course for. And just, my dad came down in the most aggravated way he could. And Alex was on the couch, Marshall was on the couch, Steve was, what were you, in the floor, I think?
I was on the floor, yeah.
Everything was fine, everything was quiet. And that's when the fucking microwave went off. My dad was pissed. Because he also had to be up.
Majinx, don't get me started on antique clown dolls. My mother-in-law collects antique clown figurines and clown dolls.
Oh, good lord. And my sister collected porcelain dolls, which is probably why I've got a severe, healthy respect for their distance away from me. Like, my sister-in-law had a porcelain doll that one night, I swear... okay, I was home alone. Kenna and Kelsey and the kids were all out doing something at the church, I think. Because I think the event started before I got home from work. So I was home alone, just waiting for them to finish this up. Did I say lube? I thought I said lube.
Yes, you did. No, you said the lube around the house.
Are you sure I wasn't misheard? Whatever, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, Kenna, her sister, and my kids were out at this thing, and I was home alone. It was already dark outside, and I was just watching TV. The only light on in the house was the living room light, so the dining room was dark. And that's where my wife's desk is, and that's where my sister-in-law had her porcelain cowgirl doll.
Oh.
And I caught it out of the corner of my eye. And the corner of my eye is a sneaky bastard, because I swear the mouth moved on the doll. Nothing else, like, that was the moment that I thought, okay, I'm not taking my eyes off of this thing. And I didn't.
That's when you burn the house down.
No,
you
I
start
looked.
new.
Here's the thing. I stared at it for an hour and a half. Just letting the TV go. I don't even remember what was on anymore. But I was staring at the doll just to make absolutely certain there was nothing going on except my eyes playing tricks on me. And the whole time, they kept playing that trick because I swear the mouth was still moving, but the rest of the doll was not. And then Kenna walked in the door. I detached from what I was doing, and I was like, okay, that thing freaked me out. Can we move it? And I think they wrapped it up in something for me, and Kelsey put it away or something. But then Kelsey moved back to Oklahoma not too long ago, and she left some stuff here, and we were going through it, and guess what was freaking in the box?
She left the doll there? Yes.
The
Burn
doll
the
is
house
still
down. Start over. Start over.
The doll is still here. It's very important to her, so we're not going to get rid of it, because that would be wrong. I'm not going to burn the house down, because it's not my house. Renting. But I mean, seriously, it was an hour and a half that I was mentally locked on this thing to make sure that my irrational fear was not justified. And Kenna and the kids came home, and I explained the situation, and the kids thought it was hilarious. And I was like, this is why they call it an irrational fear. It doesn't make sense. It still scares you. Regardless of whether or not you can identify it as such, it still scares you. Because I'm sitting there going, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is absolutely stupid. Did it move again? This is stupid. I mean... And this is why I can't do any... Yeah. I mean, I swear that Alex did say that, and he just swears up and down that he didn't. Because that would be something he would do. He did finally shave off the mushroom cap haircut, so... But anyway. So yeah, long story short, my friends are dicks. What am I doing? Oh yeah.
I have no idea what you're doing.
I'm running in circles to tell stories.
Last I saw, you were chasing Lakitu, hunting for Spinies.
Okay, let me save at the inn. Okay. I'm getting ready to go in the castle so I can get that box.
Ah. Haha.
Okay. Let me get my composure here, because that was way too much fun. See, these kind of things are funny now. Because we were just stupid freaking kids. No. Toad. Okay, let's see.
Oh, did you miss it?
I did.
Lube around the house.
Okay. Ah, got it. Second try, not bad.
That is a little annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the only time you can get that box.
Oh, good God.
Because that's the only time you can jump on anybody's head near that door.
That's annoying.
Yeah. I think there's one other box like that in the entire game that you can only get once. The
Why
rest
would
of them,
you
I
do that?
think, are fully obtainable. But it's a ways down in terms of plot lines, so I think we have time to figure out which one that is.
Cool.
I'm skipping a lot of this text because I've read it a million times. I know what's going on. If anybody really wants me to not do that, just please let me know. And now you realize I'm going to have to go back and highlight that whole freaking set of stories.
Yes.
Because if that's not highlighted and preserved for posterity, I don't know what is. That is probably my favorite story of the things you guys did to pick on me. They kind of go downhill from there.
I miss that house.
That was a good house. That was a good hanging out house.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I know how to equip stuff. Draco, you were trying really hard to be sneaky, but it's not working because I see you. Got a map with a 1-up sound. Seriously, this Chancellor needs to shut up so I can stop tripping over myself. I always thought that was moderately hilarious, but at the same time more annoying than anything, because Mario's probably thinking, will you just stop already? Okay, so... to the princess's room.
Are you gonna go rifle through her underwear drawer?
Better. I'm gonna find her question mark, question mark, question mark. What do you think you're doing? I'll give you this in exchange. Just leave everything where it was. I found her porn stash. And it's not mine. Oh. That was a bad Mario joke. Okay.
I agree, Skylar. I am not a fan of Toadsworth.
He was okay in Sunshine. I think that was the beginning of his decline, though.
Sunshine. Sunshine. If they ever do a GameCube classic, Sunshine better be on there.
GameCube Classic would be like perfect because the whole handle design would fit perfectly with what they're doing with the shrinking of the system.
Yeah.
Just be like, check it out. It still has a handle. Take it places.
And then they can re-release that controller again, and all the Smash community can freak out again.
Yep.
They'd have to put Melee on it.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide, are they going to do a Game Boy Classic first or N64 Classic first?
And I'm wondering if they just decided to trademark the Game Boy stuff as just a way to keep things up to date and they're not actually going to do anything with it, because that's also a possibility.
Yeah.
Wasn't Melee the one where I started hating Fire Emblem because you guys would always play Marth?
Marth nonstop. Marth
Yeah.
for the win. Marth and Fox. I played Marth and Fox.
Yes, for the love of God. It was you, Andy, and Peter, and it was Marth, Fox, Final
Yes.
Destination, no items. And I was like, there's other ways to play this game, you know?
No, there's only one way to play. Fox. Final Destination. No items.
That seriously is the reason I can't stand Fire Emblem. Because that was my introduction to Fire Emblem. Was everybody using Marth and nobody letting me get past the sword. Not that...
Yeah, they did a good job of nerfing him in the...
Yes, they did.
In the further games. I'm really hoping that we get DK64 Majinx.
Yes.
I feel like since it's a Nintendo character, that one they could get away with, but they're not going to get Banjo-Kazooie.
No, because you can get that on Xbox 360 and the Rare Replay and all that.
Yeah.
Which
So I think if we're getting any rare games at all, it's going to be DK64.
And I feel like it's a higher chance of that since they did end up re-releasing it on Virtual Console for Wii U.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think I think we'll get to see DK64, but we won't see anything else because all the other IP Microsoft has firm control over.
Yep.
Oh, DP, I still play Marthan, Brawlin, and SSP4. I just also play Game & Watch now.
Oh, I really enjoyed the variety Game & Watch provided.
You really enjoyed the variety. What?
That Game & Watch provided.
Yes. Well, then
that's why I liked Smash Bros. Because when you mix the characters up, you get some really interesting situations. And when you play the same characters, those situations stop.
I also started playing DDD. DDD!
Heck yeah. Killer Penguin for the win. What am I doing? See, I keep getting talking, and then I'm like, okay, I haven't actually been following the story anymore. Maybe I should be reading. It's like, what am I doing again? Oh, yeah. Helping the frog but not a frog Malo find his coin because he's a pushover right now.
Yeah.
And then now I'm riding an old toad's head, hoping they go to the right, not the left. Stop it. Seriously, you're just gonna walk into those cabinets?
Mm-hmm.
I love random direction loops. Really, I do. Especially when they're required for something. Come on. Come on. Don't go under the stairs. You know what? Coming down. Again. Nope, that's the
Were you
left.
trying to get him to go?
In the rightmost corner, there is another hidden box, but you can't reach it unless you stand on her head. A little further, come on. Never mind, I got it. Okay.
You're just like, I give up!
I'm done! Gotta buy me some shirts, some pants, some jump shoes, and an antidote pen. Waste all my money. Mario is now wearing a shirt. He was topless before. You couldn't see it, but he was topless. Malo is now wearing pants. Hey, Solar Bear. Alrighty. You know, Malo was just indecent before not wearing any pants. Goomba Troomba, what's up yourself? Welcome. Also, whatever happened to Mario's shape-shifting ability from this game? Like, why has that never been used again?
We don't speak of it.
It's probably something like that. Topless
That is a good
Mario
point.
is next week, yes.
Topless Mario's next week. He has got all kinds of costumes that he's wearing in that game.
I gotta talk to my wife to see if we can go ahead and get that, because I think we can now.
Oh, I'll be getting it.
Yep. Worst case, it's a... Did you fart on me, you stupid cat? Anyway.
27th. The 27th is my wife's birthday, but she's flying to Minnesota to spend time with her family.
Aw.
So, what am I gonna do for a couple days? I don't know. Probably play some Mario Odyssey.
Bury yourself in empty Cheeto bags. You guys have a beanbag chair?
I actually... Okay, yes, I do, but it's currently in my office at work.
Bring it home.
Good idea.
Beanbag chair,
Typically
pile of
when
Cheeto
I take
bags.
my lunch... Go ahead.
You need to look completely disheveled by the time she gets back.
Noted. Will do. I'll have empty cans of Mountain Dew strewn around the the whole room, a couple empty bags of Cheetos. I'll put one of them on the top of the cat, like a hat.
And then dress Johnny up like a maid and have him cleaning. They're like, this is what you did? Seriously?
He's going to lose his mind when he comes over that weekend and gets to play Odyssey.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be surprised if you talk about anything else.
No, there will not be time for anything else.
My kid's got to get ungrounded before I get that game. Actually... Okay.
Uh-oh.
When does that come out? The 27th?
Yeah, Friday the 27th.
Okay, if Lawson stops staying up late, he will be ungrounded the day after. Okay. Because a couple days ago... Yeah, it was Sunday night, actually. We were watching TV, Vanessa was already in bed, and it was Lawson's bedtime. We were like, hey buddy, it's time to go to bed. And he's like, I forget what we were joking about, but he ended up, like, joke threatening that he'd stay up late. So I unjokingly threatened, well, if you do that, I'm going to ground you. Because you've been doing that far too much, and you need sleep because of football and everything else you got going on. And I'm sick and tired of yelling at you at 11 o'clock at night when I should be asleep. And all that, and he goes upstairs, he's like, yes sir, and he goes upstairs and he lays down, and then Kenna and I were watching something, and as we were wrapping up getting ready to go to bed, I decided to peek in on him, and this is like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and sure enough, his light was on. So in the calmest voice possible, I just went, hey, guess what, you're grounded. He was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, we talked about this. And you know what?
You were warned.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. You were warned. And he's like, oh, all right. I was like, turn your light off, go to bed. Yes, sir. Click. And then last night I said, hey, remember when you got grounded for that? Don't do it again. Guess what happened again?
Uh-oh.
So guess who's grounded until next Friday? No TV, no video games, nothing with a screen.
Oh.
Yeah. And then today, while trying to help my wife find her Fitbit, I find popsicle wrappers under the couch. They're getting into stuff that shouldn't even be... Like, those are in the bottom of the big freezer in the utility room. They shouldn't even be in there. My son is 10.
Popsicles.
My son is 10, my daughter is 7. Fixing to be 11 and 8, respectively, next month. Because their birthdays are a week apart in November. Don't know how that worked out. But anyway, yeah. Now, granted, I can't control the time that he has without parents home because they get home before we do from school. Kind of like me and my sister used to do. Just don't get caught. Guess what? Doesn't work. Didn't work then for us. Doesn't work for them now because I know all the tricks. And I think that's how my mother knew. I can't tell you how many times I've made a point to apologize to my mother for things my kids do now. Like, hey mom, so Lawson did this. I'm sorry. Like, doesn't even directly affect her in any way, but I did the same stupid shit as a kid, and so she loves it.
See, you don't need to apologize, though, because now you are getting your... Sir. What goes around comes around.
Malo is almost dead. I need to stop telling stories. And yes, I did notice the whole Majinx comment of this being after 10. It's 6 after 10. Okay.
I keep Marcus up late.
Yeah, we'll blame Steve this time. Let's give him one of the many mushrooms I have. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and... stop jumping in the wrong direction, Mario. There we go. We're going to run ahead, and we're going to go ahead and beat Croco. And then we'll save after that and call it a night.
Woo!
This is not when I chase him yet. Okay. But yeah, pretty good night. Finished up Super Metroid, started Mario RPG.
That's a win.
Finished up Super Metroid with 100% completion under 3 hours.
Booyah!
That was fantastic. Mallow is level 3 and learned HP rain. Let's see. Let's go ahead and work on his special, because Mallow's very magic focused. Wait, is this where I chase? Yeah, this is where I chase him. I just ran into a Goomba first. So, my kids have learned how important it is to me to call enemies by their proper name, because these names are established for a reason. So I was like, yeah, those are Goombas, those are Koopas. I have a friend who calls Koopas ducks. Because in the old NES Mario, to her, they look like ducks.
Let's rewind a second. I believe you just said, I have a friend.
Yes,
believe
Steve,
that
you're
sentence-
not my only friend.
No. I believe that sentence should read, I know a person who calls them ducks.
I can't do that because they are also the other parental friends that we have, and they've offered to babysit for date night, which we recently did for them, so... Alright. Tell her they're not ducks. I think I did at the time. It's like, I've never heard that one before. Like, turtles make sense. Okay, hold on, I'm level 4, so that was 2...
Oh yes, Solar Bear. I had a friend that called Koopas ducks. Past tense.
We're no longer friends.
Oh yeah, what's your cycle for this? You have a typical
I
pattern.
I alternate HP and power for Mario, and then every 5th level I choose special. So since that was level 4, since I start with HP and then I did power, which was what I was trying to remember was whether or not I actually chose power last level. I don't know. I've been so distracted this stream. But it's been a good stream. And that's why we need to get you in on commentary more often.
Yes.
Because that really does make for a less weird stream where I just sit there and talk to myself. Now, granted, I talk to
like
people in the
every
chat,
night
but...
in the Marcus household.
You want me to do a voice for him?
Yes! Do a voice!
Oh, let's see. Croco sounds like what? A street thug? I'm either going to do this spot on or it's going to be the worst thing ever and I'm never going to forgive myself. No, I can't. Let me think. Okay, no, I'm not going to read it because I can't seem to place it right now. Seems like a weird thing to say, but for some reason I just can't wrap my head around the voice right now. Caught him anyway. Okay. Come back. Gotcha! Southern Florida accent. I don't know if I know what a Southern Florida accent is. Alright, well, regardless, I'm going to light him on fire. I never equipped that hammer I got. Wow, how dumb am I? Okay. Yeah. Okay, that time I think we did lose Steve, because he's not in the voice list anymore.
My internet just died completely.
Yeah, notice that. You didn't accidentally reconnect to your neighbor, did you?
No, I had to reconnect to my...
Yeah, you're breaking up pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Well, Malo's dead.
Yeah.
Because I didn't pay attention. I do have a pick-me-up, though.
Hoopla! Hoopla!
And I got a freebie. Excellent. When do I ever? What, pay attention? Play properly?
Never.
About right. I'm hitting all the time to tax properly, at least, though. Okay, there we go. Got him. Alrighty. So that takes care of Croco. Found a wallet. Now let's head back and yeah, save point. Perfect. So, alright, that's what we're gonna call tonight. So okay, so here's the thing. Yesterday was supposed to be my son's last football game, again. It's not his last football game now, but Mondays are free again. So, basically, they're scheduling one more game, but it's going to be on a Thursday, and it's actually going to be an away game. So, I don't know if we're even going to go. But, regardless, Monday and Tuesday next week should be full and proper RetroCade, so it should be back up to the 2-day block. Tomorrow is going to be Mega Man 8, so starting that on Legacy Collection 2. Thursday, Friday is going to be Castlevania Curse of Darkness. We're going to continue through that as our proper Halloween game. And then Saturday, pending the fact that it doesn't get canceled or delayed, will be Tabletop Simulator. And I'm going to be seeing who we can get to play on that. And the reason it's kind of up in the air for cancellation is because my wife and I will be helping at the football game for the college at the concession stand in order to earn money for my son's field trip coming up. So that is pretty much going to be an all-day endeavor, and I don't know when we're going to be done. So just keep an eye on Twitter, MarcusRaven86, for announcements on that. And yeah, I'll keep you posted, Steve, and
Sounds good.
Yep. So yeah, so tomorrow, Mega Man 8, be there. That's pretty much it. So Steve, thanks again for being here. Thanks for the navigation. And yeah, we got through that guide and it worked perfectly. So yeah, I'm rambling at this point because I have nothing else to say. So why don't I just finish off with thank you for playing, and I'll see you next game. Bye bye.